call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I put it in 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But in 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? I'm in my new bag. My bag. You ain't get. Too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Good. 180. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check safety. Check safety. Hurry, hurry. Check 17. One time.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
– 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, 133. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. You. Hey.
From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Dante Fowler in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Yikes. Terrible kick headed.
Mike Yellow. On the line, right? Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Hey, Mike, 15. So don't say nothing.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 23-yard run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
20. Hey, alert! Here we go. Hey, Haywood.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit. Check 55, Mike. I'm coming after you.
Mayfield now from the 50. It's caught by OBJ. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Alert. Hurry. Hey, I-7.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hurry, hurry! Up, up! Safety creep! Kill, kill, kill!
And again, it's Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Jay Shepard on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Check 43. 15.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mahomes now on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
I don't think you got it, son. Wide, get wide. Hey, 43, 15. 52's the mic. All day, baby, all day. Mike 52. All day, baby, all day, baby, all day. Slam. Hey, 57. General, fast.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So the penalty certainly helps him out as they come up on second and 5.
Kill. Yellow. 52's the mic. Watch a slant. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Watch the slant. Hey, 43, 15. Attack. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They'll run here with Eckler. And an alley to run. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognizes it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield running the option right. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
Yellow, yellow.
56 to Mike, boys. 55. 2.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
56.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Regular. Hey, Echo.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. I'm coming after you.
Hurry. Watch out.
Throw it. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Mike 27.
Hurry. Real.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Mahomes is going to run the option left, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's get it. 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. I got you, son. I got you, son. Check 99. Check 99. Easy. 56 the mic. 56. Ripple is.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in point, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
That one is caught by Hunt. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This is taken at the 23. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Right there, 56. Hey, check. Mike, 50.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Motion. Back shot.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kiki QT, 27 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
D-line, get that quarterback. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Coming. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, check, check.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He finds his target, Beckham. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Alert, 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 alert. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but yeah, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Winner or go home. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's Eckler again. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's get the ball. 5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Mahomes now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 56.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
'56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Yellow. Watch the slats.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Play.
Attack.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Exit. Man, I got you.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
56.
I don't need to.
Right there, 56.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kiki QT, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and that takes us from second to third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Mayfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win.
And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Eckler saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season, got his 1st touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Mayfield now, 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Texans' 48-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And the ball is knocked out. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. They started on the ground with Eckler. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Eckler, 69 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Makes the score Texans 52.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Mayfield on first down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
180. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on. Mike's 50.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Mayfield now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Mayfield brings him up first and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Mayfield's throw finds Callaway complete, and they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Real.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Once more, here's Eckler. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but